So you might be hearing a bit of a buzzy sound. That's the someone's drone up in the air. I think they're spying on me. They're either curious of me or they're taking in the sunrise that's happening behind me. So yeah, nothing crazy here this morning. Just taking in a nice golden hour of a lighthouse. Just to find my composition, so I'm going to actually move my camera now just to get a better composition. So follow me. There we go, a bit better-ish. Oh, let me get you wider. There we go. Right, so epic sunrise behind me. And now, right in front of me, there is a lovely lighthouse. Very popular in Dublin, actually, for photographers. Now there's kind of a mist, I think, in the background, which I'm trying to capture. I'm going to have to do a long exposure for this. I don't know if you can see the sun behind me. So I'm going for f/16 for shallow, sharp depth. ISO 100 because it's the cleanest. Making sure I'm focused in on the lighthouse itself. I'm going to change to manual mode just to make sure it is sharp when zoomed in. Takes a bit of getting used. Take your time with it, you know. You gotta be. I think the audio might be bad. Yeah, so the audio should be a lot better now. You can probably see the sun rising behind me, but it hasn't casted any golden light just yet. So I've still a bit of time. Always calculate in time for scraping ice off of your car window. And I'm hoping, I'm just framing it nicely now. I would say the lighthouse is in the bottom, just at the very tip of the bottom third of the frame. From the right hand side you have the cliff kind of excluding out. Then you have some blank area there to just kind of show the sea. And just above the lighthouse, it looks like a blanket of foss. Looks like a blanket of looks like a blanket of mist just out in the sea. And then I've left like a tiny little sliver along the top line just to give for the sky. There might be a pop of colour there, so I want that little extra bit there for the pop. And as you can probably see, it's getting brighter there. I'll see if I can adjust this now and you can see the sunrise. You can just see the sun here, which is beaming this way. So I know a lot of people would love to shoot that way. Actually, I could probably just turn the camera and take the shot. But for now, I'm just going to play patient. I have plenty of sunrise shots in my portfolio. I have a few shots of this, but I want longer exposure shots on this. Now I've got a graduated ND filter on it, so I'm going to close that over. So what that does is it stops the light a bit more, so I can go for a longer shutter speed. So now I can extend up to 15 seconds. So what 15 seconds is going to do for me now, it's going to smooth out the water even more, and it should smooth out the mist in the background. I thought you would enjoy the sunrise here more than you would enjoy my face, so that's why I adjusted the screen. I could adjust it easily for me, but you know, who wants to see me? You'd rather see the sunrise in the background. I'll throw over some nice music onto the video as well. So tips for doing a long exposure. Tripod, it's a given, or something very stable. But if it's not locked into place, when you press the button, it can adjust the composition. So have it locked in would be nice. Then get your frame. Make sure you have either you have a interlometer built in, so you can put on a 2 second, 5 second or 10 second delay, or you can get like a trigger depending on your camera model, and that prevents any little shake that you do. It's amazing that the little bit of shake will do anything. Then you need a location, obviously, and then optic. Well, it depends on the brand, but like image stabilization. So for Sony, I think it's like IBS, inbuilt in-body stabilization. But then you'll have them on the lenses as well. This one doesn't have one, so I just have to knock it off on the body. Canon has like IS, I think it is, image stabilization. Nikon has like VR, vibration reduction. So depending on the model, you want to turn that off, because what that's going to do is, within that long exposure, it's going to kind of try to stabilize, thinking that, okay, this person's doing a long exposure, let's try to stabilize it. But because you're on a tripod and it's not moving, it's going to cause a little bit of movement in your image. Right, so where to find that setting? So I'm going to take this picture now as is. So this would be still technically the blue hour, because we're waiting for that light from the sun to kind of shine across. Try not to move as well, because the vibrations onto the ground will cause vibrations up through the tripod. So you just have to be very patient with these long exposures. Now there's a ship in the background there that I don't want in the frame, because boats will move and it'll just look blurry in the image. So just try to make sure of anything that, when it's being moved in a long exposure, that you do or do not want. Water is grand, it smooths out. Boats, you get the majority of it there, but it will look out of focus and it kind of draws the photo off. Photo seems nice. There's no harm in getting in and having a look at your photo, seeing if you're happy with it. I'm fairly happy with that. It's a standard photo. I'm just waiting for the light to pop. It's all about the light when it comes to photography. See, there we go. All about the light. So, that's the thing about sunrises. They're beautiful to look at, but they cast the light the opposite direction. So, right now, I'm just waiting. And I'd say in the next 5 to 10 minutes I should get that. I might take some time to just take the shot. But my current settings, just so you know, although these can change. Right now it's this, but in a minute I might have to reduce some of the settings because it's going to be brighter on my scene. So 15 seconds, because I have the graduated ND filter on it. Oh no, sorry, not graduated. The circular ND filter, and that's at ND 32. So it's a couple of stops of blocking light. And it's f16 because I want it sharp throughout. ISO 100 because that's the cleanest you can get. Or you can go below, but that's kind of like an artificial cleaning. There's no harm in being ISO 100. I'd only bring it down if I needed the extra stop of light to be blocked. That's all. So we're in the age of digital photography, and that's the timer. Take a few shots, and then once you have it as is, as the light changes, you don't know, you just have to make a quick adjustment. We'll see what golden hour looks like on that. And there's no harm in zooming in, zooming out. I'm happy with this location. Yes. There we go. I'm happy with this location and this framing. I've been here before, and I just wanted to better conditions. So right now this is a nicer, better photo for me. So I'll do a few shots, zoomed in, zoomed out. So another thing I wanted to showcast, another thing I wanted to show was the light is kind of coming out of the golden hour right now. So what I'm going to do is, so it's not golden hour, I'm taking off the graduated filter, not the graduated, I keep on saying graduated, the ring filter, so that's it there. So you can see, you can adjust that and it makes it darker. So you can probably see, where's the sun, you can kind of see the difference it makes. Actually I'll probably take that as a screenshot. Oh, let me see, get that about there. You can see, you can see stuff. Sunglasses, basically, for your camera. Now after taking that out, my screen is completely white. So, to get this shot, I have to come up to 1/15th of a second, roughly, about. If I take the same shot, 1/15th of a second, I'll share it side by side. But I also want to show you that it's more flat light now, it's harsher. It's not as beautiful as it was. The water's not as smooth. It's very wavy. Now again, it can be preference. Some people might enjoy this shot over the other one. Record them, but I'll put the photos up here now as well. If you want, there's a link below for my Instagram, follow it. I've also a Discord there where it's just starting out, but you can join and start like showcasing your work and having discussions, and like there's all these different categories like landscape, cars, models, nudes, although you have to verify your age for that one, and weddings, and there's all kind of general chats groups in there as well. I'm trying to build a community there where people can just ask questions, and hopefully people will be able to answer them, or I'll get around to answering them at some stage. Do you know what, that's even the harsh light is actually still looking nice on this now, so I might actually take a few more shots of this and then I'll head off along my day. It is a Thursday, so I'm waiting for traffic to get to me. I'll pop up a map of my location, and it's very beautiful to get to. It's very scenic, lovely walk around the peninsula part. Yeah, it's, you know, get here early, get to this spot. I'll show it on the maps exactly where I am, and just be safe, because there's a cliff edge there where if you fall down, you're not coming back. You're not. Yeah. And I don't like heights. So now with the filter on, I'm getting 4 seconds. Still F16, still 100. 5-second delay, just to reduce that camera shake. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Like, subscribe, comment, donate millions of euros to me, you know, click on the ads, and you know, I want to hit 1 million subscribers by tomorrow and get that gold platinum, and you know, like I want to retire from everybody watching this, so you can all go to your 9 to 5s while I'm, you know, sitting on a tropical island doing absolutely nothing. So hurry up. Ah, come on, please. What do you mean nobody watched more than 15 seconds?